Coming live from the beautiful city of Newport News, Virginia, C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope presents an Equinox Media Global production. It's the 2024 annual fundraiser, keeping the vision flourishing and honoring Dr. Elva Williams Hunt with Christina Jones, Crystal Rainey, Larry Ori, Michael Hickman, Dr. Ash B. Kilgore, Dr. McKinley Price, and youth presenters Ivy and Jordan. But starting us off with our welcome, it's Chairperson Angela Futrell.
Good evening. I'm Angela Futrell, Chair of the Board of Trustees of the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. On behalf of the other members of the Board of Trustees and the staff, we want to welcome you to our annual scholarship fundraiser. Our theme for this year's fundraiser is keeping the vision flourishing. And with the funds or the proceeds from this evening's fundraisers, we most certainly hope that we are able to keep the dreams of our youth of the community alive. As you know, those funds will be utilized to support those youth who have endeavored to go on to their next step of education in their lives. But tonight, we have another treat. We are going to honor one of our very own, Dr. Elva Hunt. Dr. Hunt is one of the founding members of the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. With her years of education, she has been vital in the development of the programs for the C. Waldo Scott Center. A little later on in the program, you'll hear about the lives that she has had an impact upon from some of her colleagues and friends. Again, good evening and welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Futrell, for those wonderful words. And now, former Scott Center volunteer and Hampton University graduate, Christina Jones.
Hello, my name is Christina Jones, and I'm a May 2023 graduate of Hampton University. In my junior and senior year at Hampton, I had the opportunity to volunteer at the Scott Center about 2 to 3 times a week. During my time at the Scott Center, I was able to witness firsthand the positive influence that the Scott Center has on the youth within the community. The staff at the Scott Center really prioritized building a positive relationship with each and every one of the students. Additionally, the Scott Center emphasizes academic success, as every day when the students come in, the staff and volunteers work with the youth to help complete their homework. Even if a student doesn't have homework to do or the homework is not due the next day, the Scott Center still provides the student with either an educational worksheet or an educational activity to help hone in on those skills. Additionally, the Scott Center often has guest presenters or guest speakers come in and talk with the students. Often these presentations or these activities are centered around building social and emotional skills. These skills not only help the students when creating friendships within the Scott Center, but also it helps develop their relationships outside of the Scott Center, whether it be in the home, at school, or just in the community. Additionally, as a whole, the Scott Center is really just a safe environment for the youth to grow and to become themselves. Volunteering at the Scott Center really became something I look forward to every week, and I was just so honored to be part of an organization that is dedicated to uplifting and nurturing the youth within the community.
Thank you, Christina. We appreciate everything you've done for your community and the Scott Center. And now, some words from our Executive Director, Crystal Rainey.
It is with distinct pleasure that I am able to introduce our honoree, Dr. Elva Williams Hunt. Dr. Hunt serves on the Board of Trustees for the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope, and in this capacity, she has supported the efforts of the Scott Center for 20 plus years. She was instrumental in establishing a partnership among the Scott Center and the Newport News Public Schools, which dates back to the inception of the Scott Center. As an advocate for educational success of youth residing in the Southeast community, she committed resources to the Scott Center, which allowed for a homework support and enrichment program identified as HIKE. The H.O.P.E program provides teachers to assist participants with homework and skill-building lessons and introduce youth to Spanish, technology, drama, and violin. Dr. Hunt serves on the Scott Center board and presents a wealth of experience in the area of education. She had a lengthy career with Newport News Public Schools during the time frame of 1962 through 2004, at which time she retired. During her career, she was responsible for many noteworthy initiatives. She spearheaded the establishment of the Diversity Education Program for personnel in the Newport News Public Schools. This initiative included an annual conference on diversity issues for educators and community advocates throughout the region. Dr. Hunt ensured that the conferences included notable scholars and motivational speakers to address the issue of diversity and inclusion. She was responsible for other initiatives, which focused on aiding the academic success of youth from groups who have historically experienced limited success in schools. She developed the conceptual framework for First Step, a preschool model, the Athletes and Academic Success Program, which assisted student athletes in developing goals, preparing them for college application process, and understanding the NCAA regulations, and Spanish for Fun, an introductory level program for elementary students, and there are several others. Dr. Hunt also served her community through participation with various boards and committees. She is a founding member of People to People, which was a community coalition of community leaders organized to foster the improvement of race relations in Newport News, Virginia. She has life membership in the NAACP and the National Alliance of Black School Educators. Dr. Hunt is a member of the Alpha Beta Zeta chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and a member of Carver Memorial Presbyterian Church. Dr. Hunt received her Bachelor of Science as an education major and Masters of Arts in Administration and Supervision from Hampton University, and her Doctor of Philosophy and Urban Studies from Old Dominion University. With such noteworthy accolades, Dr. Hunt considers her greatest privilege is that of parenting 3 children. Her daughter, Amelia Hunt Burchett, who serves as a principal in the District of Columbia, her son, Robert Hunt, who is an entrepreneur in the trucking industry, and her nephew, Benjamin Lee Williams, who serves as an assistant principal in the District of Columbia. With such outstanding and dedicated service to the Scott Center and her community, it is timely that we honor Dr. Elva Williams Hunt. During this virtual event, you will hear from others who have worked with Dr. Hunt in some capacity to speak to her commitment of service to youth and families in Newport News, Virginia. You will also hear from some of our youth who are currently participating in the H.O.P.E program. As much has been accomplished over the years, we must continue to work to keep the vision flourishing. That is why, in this moment, we are honoring you, Dr. Elva Williams Hunt.
As we continue, please welcome our first youth presenter, Ms. Ivy.
Hello, my name is Ivy Coles. The name of my prom is Friends. Friends come in different shapes and sizes. Friends come in colors like the rainbow. Friends come over even when they are not called or needed. Friends come in your life to make you strong. Friends come and go. They are like the wind. They can just blow your way on any given day.
Ivy, thank you so much, and we appreciate all of your gifts and talents. And now let's hear from our treasurer, Mr. Larry Ori.
Hello. My task today is to highlight the the dedication and the accomplishments of our own Dr. Elva Williams Hunt. Dr. Hunt has been involved with the Scott Center since its very inception and continues to provide leadership and experience and direction as a member of the Board of Trustees. With Dr. Hunt's experience and as an educator, as an administrator, and for the Newport News school system, she doubles as a liaison and has served in many, many capacities, including that of vice president, secretary, and most recently on the scholarship committee. Dr. Hunt and I crossed paths in the 60s at George Washington Carver High School when she came to be my homeroom teacher to replace Mrs. Austin. She was young, she was just 2 years out of college. She was stern though, and she made sure that she kept us under control. Dr. Hunt is a community player who supports other programs in all the ways necessary through her financial, through her dedication, through her hard work and time. Because of her professionalism, her willingness to serve, and the many years of service and experience to the C. Waldo Scott Center, we'd like to take this time to say thank you for your hard work, Dr. Hunt.
Larry, thank you so much for your wisdom and your seasoned leadership in finance. And now, let's have some words from former Newport News educator, Michael Hickman.
Dr. Elva Hunt was quite a pioneer in the Newport News Public Schools as director of Title I programs. One of the main initiatives that I recalled that was really a wonderful experience for our employees was the Diversity Conference. We would get together with different support staff, instructional staff, and see what were some things, not only just instructional activities, but what were some pleasure or some fun kinds of things that people wanted to share. And we would bring those people together on a Saturday and have them to present their programs to the audience. Now, they had it like it was a workshop setting, and so people had an opportunity to select the programs that they wanted to hear more and learn more about. The highlight of this program was a guest speaker. It was usually someone of national known or TV. For instance, we had Judge Hatchett to come one year, and she talked about how to work with students and how to motivate students, and just encouraged us all to do better. There were many, many others that I can't remember and recall at this time, but that was a major initiative that Dr. Hunt presented and was very successful for the Newport News Public Schools. Dr. Hunt was a trailblazer for our division, school division, and we were very fortunate to have her to lead us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hickman, for enlightening us with your words. And now for our next youth presenter, Jordan.
Hi, my name is Jordan. The poem I'll be reading is called My Cousin Pee-wee. My cousin Pee-wee comes to visit me every summer. I live in the country and Pee-wee lives in the city. Pee-wee's dad and my dad are brothers. He was born and raised in the country just like us. Before me and Pee-wee were born, his family moved up north. But every summer since we were little kids, Cousin Pee-wee has spent his summers in the country with up and down the country roads. We ride our bikes, we dive in the pond and our underwear. We eat cold watermelon while lying under trees for shade. Pillow fights at night and sneaking downstairs for a late night snack. The only part of summer I don't like is when my cousin Pee-wee has to leave. I have to wait an entire winter before Pee-wee will visit me again.
Hey, Jordan, you did an amazing job. Keep doing incredible things for the community. And now, let's hear it from the former superintendent of Newport News Public Schools, Dr. Ashby Kilgore.
It's an honor for me today to offer a tribute to Elva Hunt, kind of the OG to all of us. I was a colleague to Elva and a friend of Elva's. We worked together in Newport News Public Schools. And Elva was always consistent and in her whole life about a devotion to the mission of equity and inclusion for young people, giving kids an opportunity. And I always admired that. And she helped me figure out how to be like that in Newport News Public Schools. After she retired and after I retired, we worked on People to People together. And that was a beautiful, frustrating, but I think worthwhile experience to bring that group back to the community of Newport News. So Elva, thank you for your consistent work on the mission of inclusion, and thank you for being an ally and an advocate for all of us in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kilgore, for sharing that information and those words with us. And now we can hear from our former mayor of Newport News, Virginia, Dr. McKinley Price.
My name is McKinley Price, and I was co-chair of People to People. I want to thank the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope for honoring Dr. Elva Hunt tonight. Dr. Hunt, I want to thank you for all that you have done for People to People and all that you continue to do with this organization. You were able to lead people in very difficult discussions and to keep us on task. And for all the things that you have done in this community, all of us wish to thank you and wish you Godspeed. Continue to do this work and continue to be a motivating force in our city. Have a good evening, and I hope you enjoy this celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Price. And now, our honoree of the evening, Dr. Elva Williams Hunt.
Thank you so much for this really special time. I can't say enough about all the things you've said other than they couldn't all be true. But knowing you as I have known many of you for many years, I know that you wouldn't say them if you didn't mean them. Now, maybe I need to help you out a little bit, but this has been a special time for me. I appreciate your expressions. I am going to hopefully be smart enough not to try to believe every word, but I know I'm going to enjoy the memory of this evening for a time to come.
Thank you again, Dr. Hunt. And now, closing remarks by Madam Chairperson, Angela Futrell.
I can't believe the time has passed so quickly. I hope you've enjoyed this evening's fundraiser as much as I have. We want to say thank you and congratulations to Dr. Hunt for her continued years of service on the Board of Trustees for the C. Waldo Scott Center for Hope. But there's one more task at hand. Don't forget to take out your wallets or open your purses, because again, all of the proceeds from this evening's event will go to the youth, those who have done exceptionally well, who have stayed the course, and who have graduated from an area high school. So give and give mightily. Thank you for your time and have a good evening.
Thank you, Ms. Futrell. And we want to thank you again for joining us for our 2024 annual fundraiser, Keeping the Vision Flourishing, and also honoring Dr. Elva Williams Hunt. We hope that you will continue to stand in support with us in all that we do for the center and for the community. Thank you again and have a wonderful night.